Have you ever wondered what time really is? Not how we use it, but what it is. We live by it. We chase it. We lose it. But have you ever stopped and asked, does time even exist? Maybe time isn't what we think it is. Maybe the ticking clock is just a story told by our minds to make sense of chaos. By the end of this video, you might never look at a second, a memory, or your own reflection the same way again. Welcome to Paradox Archive, where questions outlive answers. Every morning you wake up to time. The alarm rings. The world already seems to be running. You hurry, check your watch, count hours, measure moments, as if time were the most real thing in existence. But here's the strange part. If you try to point to time, you can't. You can touch a clock, you can read a date, but time itself is nowhere to be found. The philosopher St. Augustine once said, "I know what time is until you ask me." We believe time flows forward, from past to present to future. But what if that flow is only an illusion created by the way our brains store memories? When you remember something, you call it the past. When you imagine something, you call it the future. But both happen in the same place, your mind, right now. Maybe the present is the only thing that ever truly exists. For centuries, we thought time was absolute, steady, universal, flowing like a river. But then came Einstein. He discovered that time bends. It stretches and slows down depending on where you are and how fast you move. A clock on a satellite ticks differently than one on Earth. A clock near a black hole barely moves at all. So whose time is the real time? If time were truly universal, every clock should agree. But they don't. This means time isn't the solid foundation we thought it was. It's flexible, relative, fragile. Imagine twins. One travels through space near the speed of light, while the other stays on Earth. When they meet again, one is aged less than the other. Same biology, same years lived, but two different times. So where does that leave us? Maybe time isn't something out there. Maybe it's something we generate through motion and perception. Let's go deeper. What is now? The second you say it, it's already gone. Our present is a knife edge, a flicker between what we call past and future. Yet that flicker is the only place where anything ever truly happens. Einstein once said, "The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Every moment, your birth, your next breath, your final heartbeat, might all exist together, frozen inside a vast four-dimensional structure called space-time. You aren't moving through time, you are a part of time, a slice in an eternal block where everything simply is." If that's true, then change and becoming are illusions created by the way we experience existence. Modern physics is beginning to say something even stranger. The time might not exist at all. In the deepest laws of the universe, in quantum gravity, in the equations that describe reality itself, time disappears. The math works perfectly, without a ticking clock. Some physicists believe time is emergent. It arises only when matter interacts in certain ways, like temperature appears only when atoms move collectively. Time might appear only when the universe observes itself. So maybe time isn't fundamental. It's born from relationships between events, from the connections between particles, from consciousness itself. And if time can vanish from the universe's most basic equations, what does that say about our lives? What does it mean to say I'm running out of time if time doesn't even exist? Maybe we aren't moving through time. Maybe time is moving through us. Let's step away from physics for a moment and come back to you. When you fall in love, time seems to stop. When you suffer, it feels endless. When you're bored, every second stretches. Time changes with emotion, with attention, with meaning. It bends not only for light and gravity, but for consciousness. What if time isn't a universal force, but a mirror reflecting what it feels like to be alive? Maybe life doesn't pass. Maybe it unfolds all at once, and awareness simply moves its spotlight from one scene to another. So here's the paradox. If time doesn't exist in the way we think, maybe you are the one creating it, moment by moment, thought by thought. The more present you are, the more real the universe becomes. The more distracted you are, the faster it seems to slip away. So perhaps we've had it backwards all along. Time isn't a river carrying us forward. It's an ocean, and we are the waves. Every second, every heartbeat, every memory, not separate points on a line, but vibrations of one timeless whole. And maybe the question isn't how much time do we have left, but how deeply can we live right now? Because the only real moment is this one, and even it might be eternal. This is Paradox Archive, where questions outlive answers.